Hello, good afternoon. This is Dr. Trudy Ufundu of Snowspirations, Global Health Solutions. How are you doing? I hope you're having the best of the day. Today is Thursday, the 22nd day of July, 2021. And it's once again my lunch time. And I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes sharing ideas, attending to your questions, attending to your concerns. So in the next 30 minutes, if you have any problems, if you have any concerns, questions, whatever it is, this will be a good opportunity to hear from me directly. So please, once you come in, let's know who you are. So introduce yourself, tell us your name. Let's also know your location. My admin will be in full attendance. So keep an eye on Dr. Ndiche, keep an eye on Kenneth, Chi Evelyn, Onyunyechi Okafor, and Ebenezer. So that's our full house. So I encourage you to come forth. Once we have a good number, we will have an opportunity to hear from me directly. So the name of our group is Snowspirations Global Health Solutions. There are a couple of ways you can participate. So if you're in Facebook, you can join my timeline. You can also go to our group. You can also go to our page. Now, if you happen to be in YouTube, we also have a huge presence in YouTube. So search for our channel. Make sure you subscribe. Then make sure you set your notification to tell you when I come live. I practically come live every day during my lunch. But in next 30 minutes, you will have an opportunity to participate. So if you have a problem, if you have questions you need feedbacks on, this might be a better chance to get feedbacks. Now, if you desire to consult with me one-on-one, so we can put our heads together to give you the solution you need, you can also step in, you can subscribe, you can come for 1 week, you can come for 1 month, you can come for 3 months, you can come in for 6 months. If you are already pregnant, it's also important you ensure your pregnancy. So every pregnant mother should, by default, enroll in our ANC group. It's important to do the right things so we can have a good outcome for your baby. Now, we believe that so many of our members are going to become mothers in 2022. Now, the journey to 2022 begins in 2021. So make sure that at the end of 2021, on the 31st of December, 2021, you are at least pregnant. 2022 is not complaining year. 2022 is not crying year. 2022 is celebrating year. It's for a year of dancing. So we're going to mount the stage. We're going to celebrate our boys. We're going to celebrate our girls. We're going to celebrate our twins. We're going to celebrate our triplets. And we're going to celebrate our quadruplets. I'm sure you've read the testimony of the lady that came in 2019. Completely no hopes. But in 2019, when she came in, she was faithful. She was believing that she's going to be a mother. When she signed in, she had so many challenges, but she kept to her gun. And she succeeded in going for IVF. Guess what happened? She's a mother of four babies at the same time. She succeeded in having quadruplets, 2 boys and 2 girls. So many people are going to end their infertility in 2022 with quadruplets, with triplets, with twins, and singleton baby. Now, I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to break the backbone of infertility. The way you can break the backbone of infertility is to acquire the right knowledge. So the first step is to get the right knowledge. Now, if you are planning for IVF, it's important you attend the upcoming symposium on Sunday by 9 p.m. You want to equip yourself with the right knowledge. You want to change your attitude. You want to change your practices and your perception. If you can get the knowledge, if you can change your attitude, if you can change your practices and your perception of infertility, you will be a mother. You will be a father in 2022. It takes 9 months And I'm telling you today that your infertility will expire this year. You are not going to enter 2022 the same. You are going to enter as a mother. You will become a father, exactly what God planned for you. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. At this stage, I'm going to open the clinic and I will start taking care of your questions, okay? So please, if you have questions, this is just about the right time to ask so I can provide you feedbacks. Okay, so it's open clinic. I don't have a particular topic. I'm just going to be providing you feedback. So please go ahead and start asking your questions. Remember to join Dr. Ndiche later today. And if you live in the locations where we have services, please make sure you subscribe so we can refer you. Let me remind you where we have services. Okay. It's actually not showing right now. The screen is little. But what we are going to do, we can refer you. You can get the services you need. But right now, let's tackle your questions. So I'm looking for questions, okay? Give me just a few minutes. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if there's this particular problem you're having and you need the right feedback, you are in the right place. Dr. Ndiche will also assist in providing you feedbacks. But give me 1 minute. Let me get some questions, okay? Guys, go ahead and ask your questions. I'm searching. Admin, please, if you see any question, you can repost so I can put it on the screen and I can provide you feedbacks. I would have been on my walk, but it's raining, so I have to be in my car. Okay, guys, let's see what we have. Okay, please ask your questions. Please go ahead and ask your questions. It's open clinic. It's open clinic. Open clinic means you ask, I provide you feedbacks, okay? I'm not talking about a particular topic today. I'm just here to answer your question. Please, if you have questions, go ahead and ask. I'll provide you feedbacks in real time. Okay, someone is asking, how much is IVF? Okay, so my sister, I'm going to tell you what I know. Generally, globally, IVF is expensive, just like other forms of fertility treatment. If you're in Nigeria, if you're going for IVF, I want you to budget for about 1.5 million naira. That's about the right range. Now, IVF has different types. So depending on how you respond, depending on the type of IVF you're going for, you should be looking at neighborhood of 1.5 or thereabout. Unfortunately, it's expensive, right? Now, this is what you don't want to do. There are so many people that claim to be IVF providers out there. They are actually not IVF providers. They are propagandists. They are using your infertility to siphon money from you. So anybody that promised to have IVF done by 500,000 or 400,000 is completely not true. That's factual, okay? So it's expensive. Now, the question is, since it's in the millions, should I give up trying to be a father or a mother? No. Money is paper. You have to go above and beyond to find the means to go and do what you need to do. The lady in 2019, it's possible she borrowed money, right? Guess what? She's a mother of 4 today. She's no longer complaining about money. It's possible she's owing. Now, I understand you don't have money. I understand that. But do you have social capital? So what's social capital? Who are your friends? Who are your families? Who are your colleagues? You can leverage on your friends. You can leverage on your family, your father, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie. This is the time to show love. You can also leverage on your church. Your church people can raise money for you. Your pastor can raise money for you. You can leverage on your organization. Some people don't even know they have loan facilities. So if you have a caring organization, you can loan money from them. Nothing should stop you from becoming a mother. Money should not stop you from becoming a father. Money doesn't sleep. You have to have your family. You have to have your boys. You have to have your girls. You cannot deposit excuse. You cannot deposit that you don't have money when other people are climbing my stage. I want you to see this as your top priority. If the only thing you have succeeded in doing, in achieving, since you became an adult, is to be a father, is to be a mother, you are equal to anybody. Now, I have to keep it real, my people. When I show up, I'm talking to people that have made up their mind. I'm talking to people that understand their reality. So what's your reality? If your two tubes are blocked, you cannot become pregnant naturally. This is your reality. When your two tubes are blocked, when you want to observe the first P, remember we have three cardinal things in our motto. You pray, you play, and you practice. Now, if your tubes are blocked, frankly blocked, what kind of prayer are you supposed to be saying? Couple of prayer points. I'm going to give you a couple. Number one, God, you said you're going to make me a mother. You said I have a husband, and my husband will be the father of my kids. God, I'm reminding you about your promises. God, please direct me to the right kind of doctor who will tell me the truth. God, I understand that my tubes are blocked. I understand that. But God, you are the person that makes a way where there are no ways. Now, God, in your words, I'm keeping you accountable. You are my father. I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. Now, God, please send me to the right IVF provider. Now, God, make provisions for me to have enough money so I can afford to go for IVF I need, so I can become a mother I have to become. Now, my sister, let me take another case scenario. You are 35. You have been trying to become pregnant for 10 years, right? That means you started planning to become pregnant at age 25. Now, my sister, what are you going to do differently? What are your realities? At 35 and above, the number and the quality of your eggs are reducing. What do you need to do? You need to escalate. If we have discovered the reason why you are not able to become pregnant, the next thing to do is to accept your reality. This is where so many people are getting it wrong. So many women are still believing that despite the challenges they are having, somehow when they pray and when they wish, they will become pregnant. Unfortunately, the only way for you to become pregnant is to have eggs. You must ovulate. You must have sperm. Whether the sperm is natural process or assisted reproductive technique, both of them must come together. This is your reality. My sister, you cannot become pregnant by just praying. You have to meet your partner. Your partner has to put the penis inside the vagina and ejaculate. We have to have sperm. Now, if the natural avenue is not working, that's where we're coming. This is why you need to attend the upcoming symposium. Now, so long as you have eggs, regardless of the problem you're having, so long as you have sperm, you can be a father, you can be a mother. This is the advent of IVF. This is the advent of IUI. This is the advent of surrogacy. So we begin to take over the function of your body by the special grace of God. When you are praying the wrong kind of prayer, you are delaying yourself. Let me give you another example. You are a father. By default, every man is a father by default. Every woman is a mother by default. But somehow you are in the world. You are encountering temporal challenges. You probably have low sperm count, or you even have azoospermia. So what are you supposed to do when you have low sperm count? You continue practicing your PPP. You continue eating the right kind of food. You continue exercising. You go to a urologist. You lose your body weight. Then you continue to make love to your partner. While you're making love to your partner, you open your mind, you open your options, you go for IUI, you go for IVF, you go for surrogacy, you go for donor egg. This is how to succeed. This is what you need to do. The people becoming pregnant, the people becoming mothers, the people becoming fathers, they are not better than you. They are just like you, but they took their bold step. What are you gonna do in 2021 differently so you can become in 2022 differently? If you don't have faith, if you don't have bold step, if you're not an action taker, if you are not someone that can say, you know what, I'm done. If you can't rightly say, I'm done with infertility, I'm done with crying, I'm done with complaining, I'm going to be a mother. If you can't see your kids, if you can't see your kids crying in the night, if you can't see your kids running all over the place, if you haven't named your kids, you are not ready. I want to challenge you this afternoon to keep on keeping on. The moment you want to give up is when God will come in. I'm giving an example about this lady in 2019. She actually invaded my privacy. She came to my inbox. Ordinarily, you're not supposed to come to my inbox. But guess what? When she came to my inbox, despite the fact I was pushing her to go and do the right things, somehow she has already made up her mind. Somehow she said, you know what? I'm not going to let go. But she subscribed. She followed through. When we referred her, she followed through. Even when she had challenges, she followed through. This is how she was able to overcome infertility. Today, her problem has changed. She's no longer complaining about having babies. She has enough babies. So you can start from 0 and you can end at 4, you can end at 3, you can end at 2. It has happened before. You might be the next. I want to celebrate your story. I want to mount this stage and I tell people how good God is. There is God in this group. This group was started by God. My mission is to help. If you need help, come in. Let's get this started when and while we can. Okay, so let's continue. Let's keep providing you feedback. Okay, I have a few more minutes. So guys, when you come in, just go ahead and ask your questions, okay? That's your own duty. You ask your questions, I give you feedback. A friend had IVF 4 weeks ago. After 3 weeks, she confirmed pregnancy a week ago. They noticed there is no more pregnancy. Please, what could have gone wrong? So here's the deal. When you've gone for IVF, the last stage of IVF is what we call embryo transfer. When we transfer the embryo, we give you 14 days to come back for pregnancy test. Now, this is the fact. And unfortunately, some women will be pregnant and they will lose the pregnancy. Unfortunately. So your pregnancy can be what we call missed abortion. Or your pregnancy can be what we call an embryonic pregnancy. That means blighted ovum. That means there is no sac. Your pregnancy can be what we call molar pregnancy. Or your pregnancy can be what we call ectopic pregnancy. These are all, or chemical pregnancy. These are all pregnancies. You have them. You were pregnant, but unfortunately, your pregnancy was not viable. So in your friend's case, she got pregnant, but unfortunately, it's either she had missed abortion or chemical pregnancy or molar pregnancy or an embryonic pregnancy. Unfortunately, she was pregnant, but the pregnancy was not viable. So the same thing you're exposed to when you become pregnant naturally can happen in assisted reproductive technique pregnancy. Now, what your friend will need to do, it's heartbreaking to think you're going to be a mother. Then suddenly you have pregnancy loss. You have either miscarriage, which is loss of your pregnancy before 20 weeks, or stillbirth, which is loss of your pregnancy after 20 weeks. It's very painful. But your friend must go back to the drawing board. Your friend must go back to the doctor. We need to investigate. We need to confirm that she actually lost the pregnancy. Then we need to evacuate her. The most important thing when you've lost your baby is to make sure that all parts of your baby is completely removed from your body. Unfortunately, that same baby that will bring you happiness, when we don't remove what we call retained product of conception, they can damage your body, they can lead to infection, they can cause a lot of damages that will prevent you from becoming pregnant in the future. Okay, so your friend needs to go back to the drawing board, okay? Very painful place to be when you lose your baby. Okay, guys, keep asking your questions. Okay, please keep asking questions. Let me keep searching, okay? Somehow it's easier for me when I'm home because I'm using my phone, so getting questions can be tricky. But hopefully I'm gonna look for questions and we're gonna continue talking about what we need to talk about, okay? So if your questions are not answered, don't worry, I'm going to answer them. Join me tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to look at erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation. So if your partner is no longer performing its civic duty, what's the civic duty of a father to be? You make love to your partner 48 hourly. That's your civic duty. Now, if your partner is having erectile dysfunction, it means that your partner's libido is low. Your partner's penis is no longer erect. He can no longer perform its role. Or when he goes in there, he ejaculates within 1 minute. Now, we have to connect the dots tomorrow. Can erectile dysfunction be handled? Can it be fixed? If you have erectile dysfunction, can you have infertility? If you're having premature ejaculation, can you have infertility? What can we do to get remedies? The problem is, so many people have this problem, but because of their pride, they are not coming forth to seek for help. Before you know it, it's late. Now, my friend, I'm a man. Men must do what men need to do, regardless of your religion, regardless of your status, regardless of if you're rich or poor. If you want to be a father, you must face the reality. If you are having challenges, you need to see a urologist. Don't waste time. So we're going to talk about it tomorrow, okay? Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see what we can cover before I go. Okay, but I'm searching for questions. Okay, so my screen is little, but hopefully I'm going to get questions so we can continue talking about it, okay? Okay. Where are the questions? Okay, let's see. Okay. Does this stance? Your question is not clear. Let me read exactly what you wrote. Does this stand? Okay, I want to believe this stand marriage make a woman to have fibroids. Completely no connection. If you have fibroids, you have fibroids. Unfortunately, we don't know what leads to fibroid, but we know it's commoner among women of African origin. So long as you're a woman, you're black, the likelihood you're going to have fibroid is there. So distance doesn't affect your ability to develop fibroid or not. If you have fibroid, you have fibroid. Now, the most important thing in having fibroid is knowing what to do. Depending on the location of your fibroid, depending on the size, depending on the symptoms, if your fibroid is right inside your womb, two types, intramural and submucosal, they can delay you from becoming pregnant, especially if they are bigger than 6 cm. Now, if you also have symptoms, some women have never known peace, pain, making love, pain, menstruating, pain all the time. If this is your situation, we need to investigate. So if your fibroid is troublesome, is taking life away from you, you don't know any peace, it's big. There are some women that when you see their belly, they will look like they're going to deliver the following day. These are the category of women that might go to some dubious pastors. They tell you you've been pregnant for 3 years. Now listen to me carefully. Nobody can be pregnant beyond 9 months. Once your pregnancy exceeds 42 weeks, you are termed post-date. Can you guys hear me clearly? I think my volume went down. Can you all still hear me clearly? So once your pregnancy has exceeded 42 weeks, we must bring out our baby by all means possible. Okay? All right, let's continue, guys. Okay. Okay, there's a particular question I wanted to provide feedbacks on. I can't seem to see the question again. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Your period smells and come out spotting. Now, here's the deal. When your period is coming out, blood can smell, okay? The smell of blood is entirely unique across the board. If you pay attention, you will notice that blood smell. Now, when your period is smelling to the point you are, you know that it's smelling, then there's a problem. We need to know why your period is smelling. Is it infection? Is it inflammation? Is it allergic reaction? And if it's coming out in spotting, we need to know why. So ordinarily, anything that comes out from your body is not supposed to be smelling. When it's smelly, when the color it's changed, if it's brown, black, green, yellow, whatever it is, we need to investigate. So you need to see a gynecologist, mother. Very important, especially if you want to be a mother. Now, this is the gold standard. Every singular member of our group who is desiring to be a mother, by this time, July, you have to have seen your fertility specialist at least 3 times. Let me repeat again. If you want to be a mother and you are having challenges becoming a mother, by this time, by July, you should have seen a fertility specialist at least 3 times. The same thing is applicable to the man. If you want to be a father and you are having challenges and you are having delays, by July, you should have seen your urologist at least 3 times. Now, for all women, make it a point of duty to bring out one day to see your gynecologist for well-woman check. Well-woman check means you are healthy. But you see your doctor. We examine you from head to toe to make sure you're good. So well-woman visit is a visit that all women must go for every single year. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter how old you are. When you go for your well-woman check, we can find out some problems. We can advise you. We can tell you the direction you're going, regardless of your age. So long as you've come of age, you have to schedule one day in the 365 days to see your doctor and follow your doctor's advice. The earlier we discover problems, the better for us. Diagnosis in medical practice is very important. Unfortunately, some people don't get solutions. Then by the time we are diagnosing it, it's already late. This is what happens to majority of people that have cancer in Africa. Why? Because we stigmatize cancer, because we spiritualize cancer. Some people don't even believe in cancer. Some people begin to call it different names. Guess what? By the time we are diagnosing the cancer, it has metastasized. That means it has gone all over the body. So my people, anybody can be sick. Anybody can have infertility. Anybody can have male infertility. Anybody can have female infertility. Infertility doesn't respect boundaries. Cancer doesn't respect boundaries. So no matter what you have, don't think your own is done. Everybody's got something they are fighting. Every singular one of us. We all have issues. Until we do something about our issues, don't think your own issue is bigger than other people's issue. You don't know their issue, but you must do something about your own issue. This something is applicable to your infertility. If you want to be a father, if you want to be a mother, do something about it. Step up your game. When you have prayed, play. When you have played, practice. When you are doing your best, let me tell you the truth. No matter how long you have had infertility, you can overcome infertility. No matter how old you are as a woman, you can become a mother. You can become a mother at age 90. You can become a mother at age 80. You can become a mother at age 50. But how you become a mother at age 90 is a different kind of pathway compared to how you become a mother at age 20. How can you become a mother at age 90? You go and adopt. How can you become a mother at age 50? You can also adopt. You can also use donor eggs and you go for IVF. How can you become a mother at age 40? You continue making love. You present yourself for IUI, IVF, surrogacy, adoption. Whatever works, you go for it. There is nobody that is born to be alone. You can quote me anytime. Admin, capture this for me. You can become a father, a mother, simply by decision, simply by going for the right choice. Nobody should spend their life alone. Don't leave your adoption when you are older. Adopt now. You can adopt when you are trying by yourself, but don't spend your life complaining you don't have a baby when you have all the options in the world. I'm challenging you today. Don't postpone it tomorrow. You can have a blended family. What's a blended family? You can be making love with your partner. You can be making provisions for adoption. You can be making arrangement for IUI. You can be making arrangement for IVF, and you can be making arrangement for surrogacy. Whichever one that works, you go for it. I know people that started by making love and they had their babies, and when they wanted to have the second baby, it wasn't possible. Well, guess what they did? They begin to look for solutions. They went for IUI failed, they switched to IVF. Today, they've completed their families. I know families that have natural baby, IVF baby, adopted baby, and surrogacy. Nobody can take your kids away from you. The society is deceiving us. Excuse me. The society where you are living, they are the biggest enemy we have. Your churches, your mothers, your grandmothers, your friends, they make you feel like you're not worthy. They condemn all the options that will give you babies because they want you to confront a particular standard, because they want you to become pregnant by a particular way, because they want you to deliver your baby to the vagina, but they are not God. Everybody has a different pathway. I'm challenging you today. Don't allow your mother, don't allow your mother-in-law, don't allow your pastor, don't allow your friends stop you from doing things that will make you happy. So many of you are mothers, but you are the one delaying. Some of you might even have your husbands against you. When your husband is not coming forth to go for IVF, to go for whatever, to go for test. Unfortunately, I noticed a pattern in Nigeria. Most husbands will not do anything. Then when the baby comes, they begin to give instructions. I don't want this baby here. I want the baby here. I do this here. I do it there. Meanwhile, before then, they're not even interested. They just want to answer fathers. Let me tell you the truth. You also have a stake in your family. If your husband is not doing the right thing, you have the right to walk away. So many women would have become grandmothers today. But because they've condemned you and you bought into their lies and they fed you nonsense and you believe you're inferior, you no longer see yourself as a beautiful lady that God created you to become. Now, when you show up in social media, you are feeling inferior. They have condemned you because you're not married, because you don't have kids. But there is something bigger than having kids. There is something bigger than marrying. You are a daughter of the Most High God. Nobody is your God. Do you understand me? So you need to do what will make you happy today. Let me warn you. If you are not careful, you will blink and you go into menopause. You can take my truth. You can deal with my truth. You might not like the messenger, but take the message. You don't have the same opportunity with men. You must be wise. Every member of my group must be wise. You must call your family meeting. Look, I know people I started consulting since 2015. Today, they are still in the same place. Doc, I didn't see my period. Doc, I saw my period. Doc, I'm waiting for this. I'm coming. I'm doing this. Since 2015? Are you kidding me? This is 6 years. My sister, let me tell you the truth. You have your babies in your womb. Your womb is to remind you you're a woman. Your breast is to breastfeed your baby. If you allow people to deceive you, they will still be there to bury you. There are so many people that will still complain the day they are burying you. They will call you names. They will condemn you. Do you think the reason why we have babies today is because we are better than other people? No! God doesn't think about our past. God is the God of everybody. God of Muslims, God of Christians, God of even the people that don't believe in Him. This is the God of everybody. It's not because of our past. You didn't do anything wrong, my sister. But when you buy into all those silly doctrine, you begin to belittle yourself. You begin to watch yourself depreciate in value. You forgot that you were beautifully made. God took time and took 9 months, and your mother carried you for 9 months. So are you kidding me? That you're not going to carry your own baby? Who said that? There is God in this group. I might not be your regular pastor. I don't even want to be your regular pastor, but I'm reminding you today that you can become. All you need to do is to step up and say, I'm done with infertility. I'm challenging you today. I want you to mount my stage in 2022 and brag. Look, brag about your babies, okay? When you see other women bragging about their babies, doing the right things, don't envy them. I want you to step up. Even if you failed, you get up and you keep trying. If it didn't happen in July, it's going to happen in August. But until you succeed, you don't give up. The best revenge is massive success. So the people that wrote you off, the people that called you man, the people that called you names, the people that condemned you, they will look and see God's work in you. You are gonna start from nothing and you become something in this group. Nothing can stop you. You can quote me anytime. God did it in 2015. God did it in 2016. God continued to do it, and God will continue to do it in the future. I'm not bullied. But if you don't take your bold step, am I going to take your bold step for you? No. You can show up and you can follow me and I can give you beautiful answers to your question. That's not the problem. The problem is breaking the backbone of this infertility, calling a family meeting, sharing this video with your partner. So many men are messing about. So many women are not the problems. Women generally. I know I don't like generalizing, but from my experience in this group, women are not the problems. The problem is the men. You're so full of yourself. You've condemned them. Some of you banned your women from coming to this group. Now, let me also tell you this before I go. When you are blessed, when you receive help, always go back and say thank you. It's important, even in the Bible. When you go back and you show gratitude, what you have done is to create a pathway that will never end. Gratitude is a gift that keeps giving. Now, I've had so many people we've helped. When they get their baby, they disappear. The only other time they are coming back is to ask for another help. Let me tell you, my sister, there is something much bigger than having your 4 babies, your 3 babies, your 2 babies. There is something much bigger than building a pathway, building a bridge, telling other people what you did. So many people don't even tell people they did IVF. They go to their churches, they lie in the church. Oh, you prayed and heavenly came down and Angel Michael put babies in your womb. What are you lying for? When you lie, you are discouraging other women from going for IVF. IVF works. So when you are blessed with a baby, you bless other people by telling your story. The testimonies we share in the group, the babies we share in the group, doesn't mean we are bragging. We are sharing it so that other people can see that they can succeed. Like the lady that had 4 babies since 2019. Her story is out there. When she came in, she didn't even believe. She said, God, I'm going to do it. I don't care where you send me. Just do something. I want to be like other women. Her stories are there. Her prayers are there. When you believe, when you claim your faith, when you proclaim positively, when you name your babies, when you call them forth, they will become. If your group is not making you better, if the people you're following in social media, if they are not adding value to your everyday challenges, leave that group. Most times we spend all the time wasting time we don't have, gossiping, talking about things that don't matter with our data. With the same money we are complaining we don't have, then we don't prioritize our infertility. Now, by December, you start crying. You start, what have you done differently, my sister? Go and get your bucket list. Go and get your New Year resolution list. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Have you done it? Where do you spend the bulk of your money? Where do you spend your resources? What is your biggest prayer? What is the biggest thing that once you have it now, you're going to be the happiest person in the world? Having your family. You cannot have big cars. You cannot have big houses. And you don't have your own generation. And I'm talking to the women. If God blessed you, go and use your resources. I understand it's expensive. Attend the classes. If you are planning for the IVF, IUI, surrogacy, make sure you attend this symposium. Our provider in Lagos is going to help you. At the end of the day, when you subscribe, we can refer you. You can be like other women. It doesn't even matter if you're living outside Nigeria. We don't care. Distance should not stop you. I want you to feel the joy of becoming a mother. If you have been crying, clean your eyes. If you are depressed, you better get up. Nobody is your God. If you're in a toxic relationship, be bold enough to walk away. You guys learned about the testimony of a lady. She was abused. She was beaten up psychologically. The day she left the house of the guy that was abusing her, one night stand with someone that loved her, Anybody that you engage in something that will bring forth kids, there is love somewhere. One night stand for a rejected lady. She's a mother of a beautiful boy today. So if your relationship is toxic, quote me, walk away. There are so many people that are ready to help you out there. But don't allow anybody play God. Don't allow people feel like without them you cannot exist. No, nobody is your God, no matter what they have. And woe betide you if you're someone that you have kids today, then you're using infertility to bully other women, to call them names. If there is anything to avoid in your life ever, never, ever, ever bully or call any woman looking for babies. And you know, women, you guys talk a lot. You can choose other topics, but never abuse or talk down on anybody asking God for babies. God does not joke with women that are looking for babies. God can give you today, tomorrow is all gone. So be careful. If you can't love them, then let them be. Thank you for coming. Dr. Ndiche is going to come in about 15 minutes. Make sure you keep a day with Dr. Ndiche. She's going to educate you guys. Then tomorrow, for my 40s Fridays, if your partner's penis is sleeping, some penises are very weak. They can no longer perform their role. You see, when you tuck your penis in and you go about bragging you're a man, you're not a man. No. You're not a man. So if your penis is problematic, we can fix it. If you are no longer performing your civic duty, you can get help. You can have all the billions in the world. If you have erectile dysfunction, you are quarter to go. So keep a day with me tomorrow. Kill your pride. For men, kill your pride. Come, let's fix your problem. Thank you for coming. If your questions are not answered, don't worry about it. We'll find another day and provide you feedbacks. Until I see you guys tomorrow, God bless you and bye-bye for now.